As an administrator, I have no problem calling out things that all districts do that are silly, or principles like weekly lesson plan checks, or 2 or 3 meetings a week, or sending out an email to everybody when it pertains to one person. But I rarely call out something that pertains only to a specific individual or a specific school district, because as an administrator, sometimes I have to make decisions that other people don't know why that decision was made. But I'm going to make an exception for this. This right here is my exception. In case you don't know what this is a poster that the 6th grade teacher in Idaho has had in her classroom for several years. It says, "Everyone is welcome here," and it has hands of students with different skin tones with hearts in their palms. And a principal and assistant principal asked this teacher to take this down. And when she asked about why, they said this was not neutral. Our district has a neutral policy. All posters, all content has to be neutral. And there are some people that don't believe this. Let me tell you why this was a poor leadership decision by this principal and assistant principal, and a poor leadership decision by the district. And I'm going to support that reasoning. First and foremost, this should have never come to the teacher's desk. This should have never been brought down to the teacher, because when the district called that school level administration and said, "You have a poster up that is offensive, that is not neutral, you need to take it down," the principal should have said, "No, we're going to leave this up, because I, as the administration, we as a school believe that everyone is welcome here. You, as the district, are in charge of this district. You are welcome to come into my building and take this down, because overall, you are in charge of this school district. But you're going to have to be the one to come and take it down, and I'm going to video you taking this poster down, because as an administrator, as an assistant principal, as a school, we believe that everyone is welcome here." And it was a poor leadership decision of that administration to walk down and put that on the teacher. It should have never made it to the teacher's classroom, because as an administrator, you should have stood up and said, "At this school, everyone is welcome." As an administrator, I believe everyone is welcome. Here's the question that I would have as a staff member in that school and as a parent of that school. This is what I would ask your principal. Who is it that's not welcome? Which one of these students represented is not welcome at your school that you believe this needed to be taken down? A poor leadership decision. And here's the deal. That might be the best principal in the entire world, but this decision was very poor. It should have never made it down to the teacher's classroom. You should have not ever asked the teacher to take down something that says everyone is welcome here. Now, let me show you why this was a poor decision by this district. Because this district has changed their mind 3 times as to why they are asking this teacher to take that down, which means they didn't really have a reason. They just decided on their own. The first reason was this is not neutral. There are people that don't believe this, so this is not neutral. They then changed their mind to say, well, what's offensive about this is the skin tone. The skin tones are offensive and need to be taken down. How ridiculous is that? If it had just said everybody is welcome here and not shown skin tones, it would have been okay. Then they changed their mind a 3rd time and they said, well, we don't know what company made this. And this might be a political company that made this poster, so we need it to come down. The district changed their mind 3 times, which means you never really had a good reason to bring this down in the first place. This is an excellent example of what happens in education all the time that gives principals and district offices a bad reputation. Poor leadership decisions. Now, they have gone above and beyond to continue with this poor leadership decision. This has spiraled out of control. 20,000 shirts have been sold by a company that show this. Another district, love me some Boise, another district clapped back and gave this shirt to all their administrators and posted a picture saying everybody is welcome in our district, because that's what should happen. Everybody should be welcome in every single district. And they had a protest where 3,000 people showed up at the schools in that district on a Sunday and sidewalk chalked saying that everybody is welcome here. And the district decided to have the custodians spray with water all that chalk work. Here's another good decision. They first said it was vandalism. Then they decided to say, well, we don't want the chalk tracked into the school onto the carpets. Another poor decision. Let me tell you what should be happening when you make a poor decision. You should step back and say, we made a poor decision. Let's fix this. This principal should be buying this poster and putting it all over their building and saying, I made the wrong decision, asking this teacher to take this down because I, as an administrator, and we as a building believe that everyone is welcome here. And we're going to put these posters up everywhere. So every biracial student, every black student, every brown student, every Asian student, every white student will know that they are welcome in this building. And I made a poor decision asking this teacher to take this down, so we are going to put these posters up everywhere. And if the district disagrees, they are welcome to come into our building and take them down because the district overall is in charge of our school. And the district should be taking a step back, saying we made a poor decision. We realize this is not neutral, but we also realize that nothing is neutral. And as a district, we are going to tell every parent, every student, every teacher that everyone is welcome here. This is a great example of poor leadership. And it might be from the best district in the entire world. It might be from the best administrator in the entire world. But this is a great example. When you make a poor decision, you cannot continue to stand up for that poor decision. You got to take a step back and say, I made the wrong decision. We're going to celebrate everybody here. Everybody is welcome here. Here's the question that I have for that district and that district person that did that podcast. Who is it that's not welcome? Who in your district is not welcome? And why in the world would you not stand up for this? We've got to stand up for everybody. And everybody should be welcome at your school, no matter what their skin tone is. Really poor decision, and a continued poor decision not to take a step back and fix the situation that you were in. This right here